Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how are my snipers doing today? I hope you guys are doing fantastic. Listen, today we're going to be talking about the one and only Jerry coin. Jerry the Turtle, right? Jerry the Turtle. Now, here's the thing, right? I've heard about this coin way before, and I actually faded it when it was really, really small. But that's just another story for another day. But look, I've been hearing lots of hype around this coin. Okay. And, when I was streaming, people were coming in, people were leaving comments on my YouTube videos. And then I was like, you know what? Let me do some research. Is this all hype, or is this actually a coin that's worth potentially investing in? And from what I see, right, I see a lot of green flags and I see a lot of potential. Okay. Since this is the first video I ever made about Jerry, we will actually cover things like the roadmap and exchanges. I know, very, very rare. Usually we just cover technical analysis, but we can see, ladies and gentlemen, right, when you go on the site, first of all, something like animated like this on the right, always a bonus, right? Always a bonus, because a lot of other coins and sites, they don't know how to make an animation like this. Okay. And that is just the reality. Oh, well, fantastic. All right. But we can see, right? Shell power, money shower. So very, very nice slogan about Jerry the Turtle. Jerry the Turtle is a Matt Fury's artistic style character. It features an AI powered content creation hub that that produces community driven video series and art. Okay. We see another animated, another animation right here, which is what we love to see. Now, here's the interesting part. Okay. Here is the interesting part, because when I actually go, to their Telegram, we can see it has almost 26,000 members. 26,000 members. Now, here's the deal, people, right? I've actually done some research. I, looked at other people's videos from a couple of weeks ago, a month ago, a week ago, a couple of days ago, 2 months ago, and this thing is rising. This thing was rising super, super quick. The amount of members that are in the Telegram are rising very, very quickly. Now, I did also look and make sure, I went under Twitter, I went on their activity, which we will cover in a second, but, um, you know, I saw a lot of good things. Which we just hold for 1 second. We can see in terms of tokenomics, right? Jerry is an ERC20 token on the Ethereum blockchain with a total supply of 69 billion tokens with zero tax, right? And a community first approach, which is very similar to something like Turbo. Okay. And we know how high Turbo has gone. It's already gone to practically a billion market cap. And something like Jerry is sitting around 5.5 million, which once again, we will cover in just a second. So we can see, right? Public trading and community, 85%, 6.9% on exchange listing reserves, and 5% for the founder, right? Which is more than fair, right? Anything even upwards of 15% is more than fair. Anything up after that starts becoming, pretty big red flags, and 2.41% for the production house fund. Okay. So, right, we can see transparency everywhere, listing roadmap, right? Uniswap, MetaMask, Coinbase, the basics. And then, eventually the phase 2, the market expansion complete, right? All of these other little ones and in progress, Lbank, Mexi, right? OKX wallet, Bitmart, crypto.com. And I'm telling you, right? I'm telling you, from how persistent these guys have been over the last few weeks, the wavelength they've been making, I do believe they will get listed on all of these, right? I really, really do. We can actually go see it. Look at the exchanges right now. So listed on, as of right now, this is what, 3, 6, 12, 12, plus 4, 16 exchanges. 16 exchanges. That's not like Binance and Coinbase will most likely come towards the end, but it doesn't matter, right? Because something like BitGet, OKX, DeepCoin, KuCoin, Crypto.com are all going to come sooner than later. So for me, this is one of those things that just screams liquidity and a pump is going to happen for Jerry sooner than later, right? Well, we see practically that is it there are some frequently asked questions, right? Jerry, we do have the contact us, follow us on Twitter, go to their Telegram. 26,000 people already. We actually go on something like Jerry's Twitter before we go into the technical analysis, right? We can see they're at 18,000 followers right now. Okay, and just 3 hours ago, it's been decided by a strong majority that we will work together to accelerate the process. Below is the Ethereum address where you can send any Ethereum-based tokens. Okay, we primarily accept contributions in the form of Jerry tokens, as exchanges will require these tokens to proceed with the project listings. Let's continue our hard work as always and contribute to the best of our individual abilities. So you can see you can donate over here. And I just want to say, right, because I looked at their Twitter, 18,000 followers. From what I see, right, these are not botted followers. We can see 700 views already in 3 hours. That's a very great ratio. Very, very great ratio. We can see, right? Boom, Jerry got shouted out by UseDX. 201,000 followers, right? Say, which tokens are you bullish on right now? Share, right? I see some other people talking about it. Listing soon. Jerry on Groove X, which is what we love to see. 140,000 followers. Oh my gosh. So we can see a listing has been confirmed with Jerry on the 1st, and it is the 27th as of right now. So there should be some type of pump and momentum coming into the markets very, very soon. You see 1.4K for the amount of views, right, on the post. So not botted. Jerry now live, right? Boom. You can see 40 million tokens up for grab. And, some people have been making videos on it too. And we see, boom, we speak and understand the language of crypto, right? Boom, 715. Wait.
So
this is good.
do you like weather?
This is one of those things where it's like Ponky, right? Animated videos are actually really, really important, right? You have to realize a lot of people consume short form content. So animated videos, something like this, is actually 11 out of 10 that I am a fan of, right? It's something I wish other coins also did as well. All right, we know Ponky does it extremely well. And if Jerry does anything close to Ponky's animations, right, something like this, exactly like this consistently, then we know the videos they make can go actually viral. They can actually go viral. So for me, this is why this is one of those coins that's brewing to potentially be a 100x coin. Okay. From the point where I looked at Jerry, which is all the way somewhere, it was around 500K market cap, right? For me, this actually would have been a really easy 100x, because I do believe this coin will be hitting that 50 million market cap zone sooner than later. Okay. There's no reason why this coin wouldn't. Now, it did have a very big rally mid to late May. We can see from the 21st all the way up until the 27th, we pumped from, let's just say, 5.5 million market cap upwards of 22. So very nice. So, and obviously we sold off a little bit, we cooled off a little bit, which is normal, right? It is always normal to cool off. In fact, that's what we want to see for a market correction. Okay. Now, where will, Jerry go? How low will Jerry go? Well, it's hard to say. Last time, right, Jerry had a nice pump, and we take it from here to the bottoms, this relevant bottom. It went back and retraced 88%. Okay, very, very nice. Now, when we look and we take it from this current top, right, to this bottom, these bottoms down here, we can see we're down roughly 78%. So it's already a great time to be buying. Any coin that's roughly 78% down usually is a good time to start dollar cost averaging. Of course, you still have to do your own research and everything. I'm not a financial advisor. But look, overall, right now is a great time. Will it hit the 88%? For me, I don't know 100%. I really wanted to, because I already got some Jerry coin, and I am going to start dollar cost averaging. And if it does hit around that 4 million market cap, I'm going to put a very, very big bag in this, because I know this is one of those coins that are just proven at this point. And the way they're projecting, right, is that this coin will become at least like 100, 200, 300, 400, 500 million market cap coin. Okay. Which is why I already started the dollar cost average, which is why I'm looking for cheaper prices like 4 million market cap. But we do know the listing, right? A very nice big listing is coming on the 1st of July. So, with that being said, we might not hit those prices. So, I might be looking to invest personally a little bit more aggressively, right? Right now, we are also on top of a very, very nice support, right? It was once a resistance, these levels, this level, this level, this level, right? Boom, here we're going higher, higher, and then we exploded. And now it is a support, okay? You know me, I'm just looking for potential sniper entries, but objectively, the entries right now are really, really fantastic. But yeah, that is ultimately it, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you think of the JYAI coin. If you do like it, if you do want more videos like this, let me know. I do believe this is going to be a 100x coin. And yeah, I'm personally going to be taking the risk. Of course, not a financial advisor. You have to do your own research. You have to, you know, come to your own conclusion. But I've I've seen other coins that have a very similar path, okay, or have had a very similar path, and there's a very high probability this coin will do extremely well. Extremely well. Okay? Literally the only thing that could go wrong is if something with the team exploded. But that's technically with any project, right? That's technically with anything. But when we look at the activity, the amount of the holders, the followers, the volume, right? Which, by the way, 5 million market cap for 2.3 million volume is an insane ratio. Insane ratio. Insane ratio. Okay. So, lots of activity, lots of accumulation happening. I do think this coin will do really, really well. And I'm personally excited to see its growth. I faded at 500K market cap. Now it did explode. Now it's going in for a pullback. Sure, whatever. I faded at 500K market cap, but I'm getting it at 5 million because I do believe this coin will do wonders. At the end of the day, only time will tell, ladies and gentlemen. I personally think it's going to do well. Of course, make sure to always do your own research. But anyways, love you guys so much. I'll talk to you guys next time. Goodbye.